You are an amazing person. Don't let anyone tell you what you are. You can be anything you put your mind to. You can do whatever you want within reason, of course. Keep that in mind. But do not let anybody limit you on what you want. You are an amazing person just the way that you are, and accepting that is very important. People pushing you around will make you want to change course or do something they want you to do, but you might not enjoy that activity or lifestyle or career. You have to focus on your own goals. Do what you want to do instead of what they want you to do for them. You can't let anybody live through you. That's very important. Parents sometimes think that they can live through their children, achieve goals, things like that. It's not right. It was never really supposed to be right. Some people have thought that their lives. They think, okay, since I wasn't able to become a spaceman, an astronaut, I want my child to go through vigorous training through all kinds of activities through NASA so their bodies and their minds can be ready to go out into space, land on the moon, go to the International Space Station. But you can suggest that. But when it comes down to choosing what you want to do, you can't force that upon them. You can't force that upon anyone. This was focused on why you need to be who you want to be and why who you are right now doing what you're doing is completely fine, and that as long as you're doing things successfully and happily, life is pretty good, and it shouldn't change unless doors close or, well, opportunities fall flat. But achieve your own goals. You are very important doing what you are wanting to do and learning the things you want to learn. I have been asked many a time, what is your major? What are you going for in college? What are you majoring in college? And I answer them, I am majoring in gaming and simulation. And then they say, oh, that's cool. And if people say, oh, wow, that's dumb, why are you doing that? You should be off learning something useful like marketing, accounting. It's not up to them to what they want. They're not paying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year for you to go to college. And the thing is, you've looked up what you want to do, how successful it is, how beneficial it is, how much you enjoy doing that particular thing. And even to my younger audience, when you take classes in high school, or if you're still in a lower grade, when you're thinking about taking those classes, try to visualize what you really like to do and stick to that. Because when you find that little niche that you fit into, you hold on to it. And if anybody tells you to throw it away for something else, it's what they want instead, to your parents, your distant family, or something like that. And they say, oh, that's dumb. I went for to be a mechanic, and you go be a mechanic. Like, it's not how it works. When you find that niche, you hold on to it, and people will try to smack it out of your hand and give you something else in place of that. Hold on tight. Your fingers will probably hurt, metaphorically, of course, from how hard you are holding on to these dreams. And I'm not saying let go because, ow, it hurts. I'm saying hold on. Hold on tight and never let go of what you want to achieve. This has nothing to do with the channel, but some people out there might be losing hope in what they're doing. If they're a small-time artist, they're creating drawings, pictures, and they say, oh, this is kind of dumb. Everything takes so long. Is it really worth it? Yes. People create fan art all the time. People create beautiful paintings all the time that sell for thousands of dollars and go in museums, and people get worldwide recognition for their achievements. And that is not limited to artists. That includes people who create games, who design buildings, who start businesses, who save animals, all kinds of things. And another one, even becoming a police officer or working in forensics, you can help save lives, get people in jail, get the justice that those folks who the victim are, related to, get their justice they deserve and everything. You are helping in some way if that job is legitimate. In some degrees might be like, oh, my friend's like nanotech or something, like nanochemistry, something like that. I feel bad if I don't know exactly what it is, but he can use that for health sciences, repairing tissue, stem cells, some other things I can't think of right now, but everything that he's working on. He's spent 3 years in college and he's finishing his last year. And he can help with using nanotechnology to help develop a cure for cancer more than it's already been attempting towards. Nothing is useless, guys. There's always a point. If you think, oh, well, there's no practical point. Do you not see it in the most beautiful places in the world? You walk into somebody's house, do you like to see a colored wall and that's it on the wall? No, they go out and they look for this beautiful art. They search everywhere. They talk to like well-known local artists, or even if you're not well-known, you can certainly get out there. Art shows, everything. They have those opportunities out there. I'm just not talking about art. I keep saying art, but everywhere you can make yourself known. And even if you don't want to make yourself known, just work one-on-one with some people. I'm sorry there's a lot of audio issues. I'm using my hands a lot to talk today. But you have to get out there one way or another. You don't have to draw a crowd, but it does help with getting more public. And if you don't want to be public at all, then you can join a group and you can work with a group to do what you want to do. This has gone way far off in left field in a tangent somewhere, but it all amounts to staying true to yourself no matter what. I mean, I could say I've been picked on before, but I don't really show it because I don't care. I had kids in classes where it's a fitness class. What was it? I can't remember the name of the class right now. It's drawing a blank on me, but I actually got pretty fit. I could do quite a few push-ups. I could lift quite a large amount of weight. I'm not sure about benching yet, but I did pretty good. And there's always those kids who they were in the other weight room, and we'd have to go into that weight room to use it. And they try to, pick on me for whatever reason, but I just laughed, and I had my friend with me. I was like, whatever, let's get the hell out of here, Alex. It doesn't matter. As long as you have something around you that keeps you sane, whether it's a friend or, you have your phone, you're just like, what are these guys doing? You got to stay true. That it's not even with the career. It's the people trying to just shut you down for whatever reason, for your sex, for your race, for your political views, for your, what do they call that? Basically your income. I couldn't think of the technical term for it, but the amount of income, your class, there it is, your income class. Oh, like he's below the average income wage. It's not really funny though. It's something that happens, and it happens everywhere. It's not just in the United States per se, because that's where I'm located, but in countries all over, there's just always been that class war or anything. It's always going to happen. And I think it sometimes helps to hear somebody who's really not been hasn't been treated well his entire life. But I do treat people with the utmost respect, and if they're just like jiving at me, like messing around with me, I do the same back, because if not, you're probably going to go crazy and you think the world hates you. And that's completely incorrect. It's just the way people act. I work at a very masculine place where all the guys there are bro guys, to say the least, and they have to be so tough all the time, and they have to be cursing, calling each other names just because, um, racist, I guess, if that's even a hip thing to do with guys. But I simply just work there. I don't really support the attitude. I don't, well, I tolerate it, definitely. I act for them, but these guys, that's how they act. I guess what I'm trying to say is just stay true to yourself. Don't, like, if you work at a place, something like that, or I don't know, ladies, if all the girls are really hateful towards guys, I guess. I'm trying to think of something that would fit for that. But something where the girls are just really trying really hard to be something. Yeah, you can act there, but say you don't really play the act well. Just be yourself and be truthful. And honestly, it's not easy keeping up the act. Like, oh, hey, how you doing there, Jimbo? Or like keeping up with the girls or whatever. It's not always going to be easy. And sometimes you just have to pull yourself away from that. You can't pretend to be what they are all the time. And that's why you're you. And that's why you don't change for anybody. You're who you are. And that's just the way you're meant to be. Like, I kind of wish I was a little bit more energetic, but that's why I decided to do ASMR, because I kind of fall asleep halfway during gameplays when I play them sometimes. I have little energy, but if I want energy, I'll have to drink something like a Monster or Red Bull, and I'm like wired up like crazy. And changing yourself is just unnatural. And yes, I know out there you can change stuff like genders or like religions just to fit in. Sometimes that just seems to be a thing. People come to America, they're mocked because they're a different religion, and they change or they convert to Christianity or something of the sort. It's what you believe, what you want to believe, and who you are. So never lose sight of yourself. That is so important. And sometimes even I get blindsided by myself. I like to forget things a lot, and all of a sudden they hit me, and I think, why couldn't I have done something before? It keeps happening, and all you have to do is be able to get better at handling that. Because sometimes it's hard to stomp on it before it comes breaking through your door. But if you can, great. If you can't, always have that backup plan for when you've failed yourself and things are just not going well for you. Even if you don't have a backup plan, there's always hope. There's always some glimpse of hope somewhere. So if you lose yourself, that's okay. There's another version of you down the road somewhere. He's saying hi. You got to pick him up in your car, and he'll ride around with you. You'll talk. You'll have a great time. You'll lose yourself plenty of times, but you'll find yourself again. And if you don't find that version of yourself again, you will find a new one down the road, which can be good. Hopefully it's good, but it can also be bad. And that's when the preemptively seeing what's going to happen in the future. Like, if you see drugs in your future, it's all around you. Your friends are trying to influence you to do it. Take a step back and walk away. You found a V in the path. This one's drugs. This one's getting away from the drugs. You want to go this way. And you want to basically put a barricade right here so you never go back. Because there's always that thing where you can go back. But once the past has happened, you can't go back. You can't have the past back. So what you've lost is gone, but there is a new future waiting for you. And hopefully it's bright. And I really do hope it's bright. I've been saying a lot of things today, guys. But I want to kind of blend it all into one image. And that's to know that you are the only you can be. That's weird because there's 3 U's in that. But you can be the best you that you are. So, you can't be anybody else better than who you are. You might want to be somebody else because they're more popular than you, they seem to have more energy, they're funnier than you, but you have your moments. You always have your moments, and so do they. They might have been on their high streak, and you are like your middle streak or your low streak, and you saw them, and you're like, wow, I wish I could change for them. I have felt that way hundreds of times. But I have my moments. Sometimes my friends might just be down, and I don't think I'm as funny as I am, and they're just like, whatever. But then I'll be killing it with jokes or something later, and they're laughing, oh, you're so funny. It's all about what's going on around you. They could be sad. Maybe it's not your fault. Or maybe you're just having a down day and you're actually being kind of dark and you're not really funny. So you're not always going to be 100% perfect either. But be the best you that you can be. That's the main thing. Nobody can really change you. That's who you are, and you will forever be you. And that's good. Because whoever else it might be, it doesn't matter. Because you have a path now. And that guy who's rich might be poor because he's wasted on a bad investment. And if you have $1 and you put it in the best stock in the world, you've made millions. There you go. People change all the time. They're at the top, they're at the bottom. You're at the bottom, you go up, and you go up, and you go up, and you can even flatline and stay in the good. It doesn't mean you can't dip, but if you've worked your way up that far from the bottom, you've learned to. You had your own flatlines, so you get in the camera. You come up, you flatlined. You come up, you flatlined. You're securing your life as you go. You start out not knowing much, and I still do not know much about everything in the world, but you keep going at a climb. It's the mountain of life that you scale to the peak. And even then, sometimes there's an avalanche. And the avalanche takes you down, but you manage to get a hold of your hook, and you bear the storm, and you keep climbing. It's going to happen. It's just a way of life. So do not lose yourself in all of that. Keep going strong. Keep doing what you love, and keep loving yourself. Keep those who support you close. Keep those who hate you kind of close. And I always say closer, but like, you don't want them to know everything about you, then it could break you down. I don't know. That's just my theory. Keep your friends really close. Keep your enemies pretty close. And don't be afraid to let new people in. New people bring new ideas. They bring new wisdom. They bring new joy to you. They could bring amazing things in your life. So if there's ever that guy or girl who's sitting by themselves, they're probably just, looking for something. Maybe they're on their off day and you're on your good day and you want to make a friend. Go for it. You can make both of you be on a good day. That's really important. So many people are full of wisdom, and if they're sitting by themselves, maybe they're just not sure of who to trust. And if you could be talking to them, they could be brilliant for all you know. So I love to talk to new people. I've learned a lot. I've learned people are really nice as long as you are nice back. So don't be mean at first. But, I know they always say this, treat people how you'd want to be treated. And it means so much. They will be happy. They'll be awkwardly nervous at first, but granted, so are you. Don't think you're so much cooler than they are, because you are just the same as them when it comes to meeting new people. So You can find yourself through those people. You can find yourself through what you've been enjoying your entire life. And you can find yourself where you're finding your success. This all kind of leads to everybody being so amazing to me on my channel. And if you watched this far, you're awesome. And if you've watched this far, I hope I've helped you. If you've been feeling down or you've been kind of thinking about it, but you've been doing okay, I hope this can reassure you a little bit that somebody who is still not like blocking some people out. I still read every comment. You guys mean a lot to me. It's crazy to see how much we've been growing, and I really hope I can help you in any way possible. There will be some cool stuff coming. If you watch this far, you're going to hear that this video, there will be that psycho ASMR being recorded. I know I've been saying about it, but after this week, I will not have work, and I will be off, and I will be hopefully recording plenty of content for you guys to enjoy, getting some great sleep, and hopefully feeling better about yourselves. So, get some good sleep tonight. And if you are the one who's feeling down and it's been your bad times lately, I want you to find yourself in people, in your success, and what you enjoy. Good night. Sleep tight. And don't let loud noises bite